Hi, Ted. Yes, they're your family, aren't they? Some of your friends from up the top in the icy regions. Hi, boys and girls. Welcome to another episode of Reading with Pak Steven. I was just showing Ted our book, and you can see we've got some of his friends from the North Pole or the South Pole. And let's find out what this story is all about. Now, this story is written by a guy called David Williams, and the illustrator, or the person who drew the pictures, is Tony Ross. Let's see how we go. And it's called Geronimo. And often you yell out Geronimo before you jump in to something, do something dangerous. You go, Geronimo! At the bottomless bottom of the world lived a huge colony of emperor penguins, and the eggs were being kept warm by their dads when one baby penguin hatched. His name was Geronimo. Oh. Let's fly, he announced, flapping his wings as fast as he could. Penguins can't fly, son, replied his father. Of course they can, Dad. Otherwise, what have we got wings for? Watch. With his feet as skis, the baby penguin used a snowy slope as a runway. Geronimo! He cried, and he sped faster and faster. He hit a bump on the slope and took off. Whiz! For a few glorious seconds, Geronimo sailed through the air. Dad, look! I can fly! The baby frantically flapped his wings before dropping through the air like a stone. He landed in the freezing cold sea with a plop. Is he going to be okay, do you think? Let's hope so. You see, son, penguins can't fly, said Dad. Geronimo looked sad. But it's all I dream about, Dad. There must be a way for my dreams to come true. Geronimo spied an elephant seal dozing at the ice. He leaped onto the seal's big wobbly tummy to use it as a trampoline, and he launched himself into the air. Boing! Dad, look, I can fly, said Geronimo. Woof! Before landing in the deep snow with a thud. He's committed. We could say that, can't we? He's committed. Next, Geronimo paddled out the sea and clambered on top of a big blue whale, sitting right on the top of his blowhole. Splurt! Air shot up Geronimo's bottom and blasted him into the sky like a rocket. Dad, look, I can fly! As soon as the whale stopped blowing, Geronimo plummeted. The angry whale flicked its tail, batting the little penguin across the sky. Dad, look, I can... But before he could say fly, he slammed straight into an iceberg. Doof! His dad had to give him beak-to-beak resuscitation. It's time to give up your dream, son. Never, Dad. Dreams can come true. I know it. Every night, when Dad tucked Geronimo under his ice sheet, the baby penguin would dream the same dream of flight, of soaring, high in the air, swooping and twirling, touching the clouds, the king of the sky. The next morning, Geronimo leaped onto the back of an unsuspecting albatross. Look, Dad, I can fly! But not for long. The overloaded albatross crashed headfirst into a pod of baby seals, knocking them into the sea like bowling pins. Boom, boom, boom. Splish, splish, splish. The Emperor Penguin turned to Dad. You have to tell your son, once and for all, penguins can't fly. With a heavy heart, Dad told his son, no more trying to fly, Geronimo. The dream is over. Dad felt awful as a single tear rolled down his son's face. So awful that later that night, while Geronimo was sleeping, he called a meeting of the whole colony. Fellow penguins, we are for sure it's absolutely impossible for us to fly. Yes, of course, barked the Emperor Penguin. There must be a way, replied Dad. No, never, fool! Didn't you ever dream of flying? Asked Dad. This silenced the colony. They all had a dream when they were young. Let's put on our bird brains together and see, said Dad. That's exactly what they did. And by the time the sun had come up, the colony had a plan. Uh-oh. When Geronimo woke this morning, the strangest sight greeted him. The entire colony of penguins was upside down. What happened? Asked Geronimo. What do you mean, what's happened? Replied Dad, who, like all the others, was standing on his head. You were all upside down. No, you're upside down. Come jump off the ice and you will soar into the sky. And Dad pointed at the sea. Yes, replied the whole colony. Yes, that's the sky, said the Emperor Penguin, pointing to the sea. Now come on, Geronimo, said Dad. Show us that dreams can come true, that penguins can really fly. So with that, Geronimo made a giant leap. Splash! The little penguin flapped his wings and zoomed through the water, thinking it was the sky. I can fly! I can fly! I can fly, he yelled. On Dad's signal, the colony dived in. Dad held his son's wing and the pair shared a smile. Together they looped the loop, very nearly bumping into an iceberg. Be careful of the clouds, called out Dad. They passed a killer whale. Dad, what is that whale floating upside down in the sky? Asked Geronimo. He must have jumped, said Dad. Oh! Dad watched with pride as his son soared up and up and up. Dad, look, I can fly! I am the king of the sky! Sometimes, with a little help and some upside-down penguins, dreams really can come true. And that is the end of our story. Thank you for joining us today, and I'll see you next time on another episode of Reading with Pak Steven. Bye for now.